Hello everyone, and welcome to my Days of Our Lives official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Brady's daddy difficulty rankles, Kristen, Alex flames, Justin, Lucas extraordinary guests. Days of Our Lives uncover that Ava Vitali and Stefan DiMera will arrive under a microscope over their parts in adding to Salem's developing medication issues. Since Everett Lynch is on the case, he might make things difficult for Stefan and Ava. DOOL fans can likewise anticipate that Everett should reinforce his bond with Stephanie Johnson, Abigail Klein, who imparted a kiss to him on New Year's Eve. It appears that Stephanie and Everett may leave the friend zone sooner than anticipated. Concerning Everett and Jada Tracker, these exes will evidently figure out how to continue to keep away from one another, which is no simple accomplishment in Salem since individuals will quite often have disagreements so habitually. Done with Abe Carver, he'll show more help for Paulina Value, Jackie Harry, as she faces her medical issues. Abe will partake in some additional time with Paulina and let her in on the amount he wants to think about it. When Nicole DiMera briefly steps away from Holly Jonas' bedside, EJ DiMera will make an effort to be there for her. Sadly, Nicole and EJ will get into a fight because of her pull toward Eric Brady. There'll be a few tense minutes since it seems like Nicole would prefer to rest on Eric rather than her own significant other. According to Other Days, Brady Black will have to choose between supporting Tate Black while he is in prison and hanging out with Rachel Black. Brady will end up passing up on his opportunity to see Rachel, so Kristen DiMera will tear into Brady and give Marlena Evans a fantastic view to her indignation. When Brady and Teresa Donovan visit Tate, it appears they'll think that he is pummeled. Brady and Teresa will be alarmed just by Tate's appearance, so he may have sustained visible injuries when he was ambushed by other inmates. According to Days spoilers, Brady and Teresa will finally agree on the significance of getting Tate out of Statesville, where EJ will force him to wait for his trial. Then, Alex Kyriakis will fire Justin Kyriakis and exacerbate their broke relationship. Across town, Days spoilers say a Blue a Gasket, Sloan Peterson Brady, Jessica Surfety, will require Melinda Trask, Tina Huang, to talk her off the edge. In spite of the fact that Sloan will be enticed to simply admit and end her counterfeit reception bad dream, Melinda might caution that the outcomes would be excessively terrible. Back at Statesville, Kate Roberts Brady will take Harris Michaels, Steve Burton, with her to see Lucas Horton, Brian Datillo, who'll engage in the medication business storyline and could assist with uncovering Clyde Weston, James Reed. When Trip Johnson discovers that Wendy Shin is still in Salem, he will be surprised. That stunning news will pass on Trip, anxious to get refreshes from Wendy. He will anticipate that Wendy will not accompany Trip to Hong Kong if he withdraws from the move. It seems like Wendy will have different plans and may pick love over obligation. At long last, Constantine Melianis will decide not to uncover a lot about his past association with John Dark, essentially not yet. Days of Our Lives spoilers say Constantine's information will turn out to be more significant as Teresa parts ways with Alex over Tate medication allegations, stepped back nearer to Brady. Days of Our Lives spoilers and updates bother Teresa Donovan will probably say a final farewell to Alex Kyriakis over his medication allegations. Alex denounced her child with Brady Dark, Tate Dark of providing medications to Holly Jonas, and she'll be stepped back nearer to Brady. Days of Our Lives engagement plot in jeopardy. Teresa's plan to marry Alex is in jeopardy because she changed a letter and prioritized her son over her desire to marry the Kyriakis heir. The letter in Victor Kyriakis' attaché really said Xander Cook, Paul Telfer, was the main beneficiary, and it was his mom, not Alex's, who composed the letter. Days of Our Lives Teresa parts ways with Alex over Tate medication allegations, stepped back nearer to Brady? With regards to her own child, Teresa allows that plan to fly out the entryway, and she stepped back nearer to her child's introduction to the world dad, Brady. Brady will actually take a stab at guaranteeing the polluted pills that put Holly in a state of unconsciousness are his, yet Ray Fernandez will have a hard time believing him. Alex, meanwhile, will confront the rage and hooks of a wild mom bear coordinated towards him for thinking Tate gave medications to Holly. DOOL spoilers, Tate Dark admits to medication ownership to save his father. At the point when Tate hears his dad admitting to managing the medications, he'll do a fast circle back and admit the medications weren't Brady's nor Holly resembles he originally said. Because Tate is aware that he made a huge mistake by picking up the pills in an effort to cover for Holly, he can't let his dad take the blame for something that wasn't his fault. Teresa might mellow a smidgen towards Alex, however the harm has been finished and she'll be stepped back more to Brady for his readiness to forfeit for Tate. That won't be the end of it, things will get even worse between her and Alex when he sees Brady kissing her and is envious. It seems to be her commitment plan will backfire on the grounds that Alex and she will keep on battling, in light of the fact that Tate will have to deal with loads of penalties. Days of Our Lives, Constantine Meliunis won't care for this. With respect to Constantine Meliunis, he won't generally care for this, he'll fear Teresa will explode the arrangement, however he'll have more to fear than Teresa pulling out. Since Teresa or Alex might pull out on each other doesn't mean she will come clean about the modified letter. Constantine was exceptionally scared by the extraordinary gaze of the man he'll recall as the pawn. With John Dark being Tate's granddad, there's something different for Constantine to fear, so he'll probably ease off of Teresa. He'll probably track down one more method for proceeding to charm himself to Maggie Kyriakis when he understands Holly's her granddaughter. What has been going on with Holly on Days of Our Lives? Holly on Days of Our Lives just had a development spray, yet she's as yet unchanged person she's been for quite a long time. Also, we're here to address any inquiries you could have, including clearing up her confounded parentage. The person previously showed up back in 2016 and was played by a progression of twins until 2020 when Ellen Alexander assumed control over the job. Then, in October 2023, Ashley Puzimus stepped in when the person was matured into a high schooler. At the point when Daniel Jonas and Nicole Walker couldn't have a youngster together, Chloe Path proposed to be their proxy, yet the method fizzled. Chloe tried again after Daniel passed away, and this time she got pregnant. In any case, nobody knew that at first. To start with, Chloe felt that Dimos Kyriakis was her baby daddy, and Philip Kyriakis consented to guarantee paternity to keep the reprobate good and gone. In any case, after DNA demonstrated Dimos wasn't the dad, Chloe understood that the facility missed the point and she was truly conveying Daniel and Nicole's kid. Nicole assisted Chloe with conveying a wonderful child young lady on December 21, 2016, and keeping in mind that the baby was sound, the mother experienced a stroke and fell into a trance-like state. Prior to dropping, Chloe had encouraged Nicole to name the child, so a befuddled Nicole put Holly down on the birth testament. Chloe's mom, Nancy Wesley, took guardianship of Holly and messed with the DNA test that Dimos and Brady Dark attempted to do to demonstrate the youngster's paternity. At the point when Chloe awakened, she needed to come clean with Nicole yet observed that she was locked into Dimos and stayed silent so as not to allow him any place to approach Holly. At last, Brady forced Chloe into telling the truth and keeping in mind that Nicole was thrilled to learn Holly was her child, this prompted an unpleasant care fight between the two ladies. Headed to limits, a frantic Nicole attacked Chloe and hijacked Holly, wanting to begin another existence with Brady in Canada. However, on Dimos' orders, Xander Kyriakis located them and kidnapped Nicole and Holly. Eric Brady figured out how to safeguard the mother and little girl, yet Nicole was captured and compelled to return the kid to Chloe. Chloe at last came to acknowledge that Nicole was Holly's mom and gave her back, however at that point Kid administration stepped in and put the kid in child care for her own assurance. Nicole was successful in manipulating the dishonest judge that Dimos had been using with Brady's assistance, and she was eventually granted custody of her own child. In 2018, Brady saved Holly from a consuming structure, however Nicole was assumed dead. When Chloe took over, Eric tried to get custody of the little girl but stepped aside. The next year, Nicole returned especially alive, however at that point was squashed when Holly was killed in a fender bender. However, the truth was that Kristen DiMera had instructed Xander to kidnap the child and stage her death. Eventually, Kristen had to uncover reality, and Nicole and Holly were by and by rejoined.